raise your hands. That's the rule. And then I recognize you, and then you speak. Otherwise, if everybody starts speaking at the same time, I won't be able to hear. You know who can hear when everyone speaks at the same time?
God.
That's right. When you're talking, he can hear. When the kids in the other classroom are talking, he can hear.
God.
When children are in Nigeria and they're talking to God in a different language, he can hear.
He knows what they're saying.
And when children are in Haiti and they're speaking in French and they're talking to God, and everyone, and they're talking at the same time that you're talking, the same time that the children in Nigeria are talking, the same time that the children in England are talking, all at the same time, God can hear, because that's what makes him God. But unfortunately, I can't hear. So it's very good for you to raise your hand, and then I can recognize you, and then you can speak, and then I can hear, and then I can answer you back.
My arms disappear.
I can see that, because you're trying to be nice and warm.
Mine
Yes.
too.
In February, it's going to be my birthday.
Yay for February. Yay. Yeah.
I'm going to Colorado to see my cousin.
Okay, we're not.
Yay.
No. Put it back. Put it back.
Very, very
Put it
good.
back through. Put it back through.
Okay, so today is also the day that we remember, this is a very long word, the Holocaust victims.
I heard of that story before, like in the Bible. The
Now,
Holocaust.
now, let me tell you, the Holocaust were people who were not treated very nicely by some people that we call the Nazis. And you can ask your mommies when you go home, because I'm not going to tell you a story today about the Holocaust victims. But when you go home, talk to your mommy and daddy and ask them, who are the Holocaust people? What happened to them? And then you can also ask your dad, who are the Holocaust people? And what happened to them? And everybody pays attention. And eye contact. And so when you ask those questions, then you'll know who the Holocaust people were. Okay?
Are we going to do the wiggles?
We are going to do the Weedles, but I wanted to get that out of the way first. So this is how it's going to go, just so that you understand the rules and you remember them. We're going to stand, not yet when I tell you to. You're going to stand, and then you're going to do the Whittles when I tell you to, because this is the way you get rid of your energy. And let me remind you that everyone has energy. Everyone has energy. However, little people have more energy than people like me. And that's a very good thing, because God created you that way. And God never makes a mistake, right?
Yeah.
So I like it when we can get rid of our energy so that we can sit and then we can pay attention to the story. So we're going to put our hands down, because I haven't asked anything yet. So you're going to put your hands down. And then you're going to stand up, and when I count to 5, you're going to stop the whittle. So now you can stand, and now we can get rid of the energy. Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit down. You're not feeling good today? What happened?
Yes, so much.
Someone was mean to you? Who was mean to you? Who?
Miss Gordon.
Oh, a teacher was mean to you?
He was talking in the line setting up.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a secret. When somebody's being mean to you and then you tell somebody like me, you've gotten it off your chest. And once you get it off your chest, that's a good thing because you've done the right thing. You've gotten it off your chest. And then when you get it off your chest, then you think of something nice. And the nice thing that you're going to think of is, I'm in story time. And I'm going to learn something in story time. And I'm going to have fun. So that's what you tell yourself. You tell yourself, wait a minute, you're going to sit. So you're going to tell yourself, I'm in story time. And I'm going to have fun in story time. And then you shift your thinking from feeling sad to feeling happy. And we call that positive thinking. See how that works? We call that positive thinking. So I'm gonna encourage everyone here to practice positive thinking right now by doing something, and that is looking at me, and you're gonna return my smile. So when I smile at you, you're going to return your smile, and that's a way that you're thinking positive. You're going to smile. You're going to smile, smile, smile. But you have to look at me. See? Eye contact, eye contact, eye contact, eye contact, eye contact,
Miss Rose.
eye contact. Now, I'm trying to shift your thinking, so I'm going to smile at you. So you smile back at me. Very good. And that's a way of breaking your thinking of being sad. But it's always a very good idea when you feel sad to tell somebody why you're sad, or to tell somebody why you're hurt or somebody's mean to you. But then you have to, once you've told somebody, then you have to find a way to smile. Good? Thank you so much. That's very good. See, you change your thinking. That's good. So hands down. Hands down. Because yes. 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 Because if I keep taking your questions, we'll never get to the story. So you can tell me or ask me the question after.
Okay.
But right now, hands down, because we are going to get into the story. That's why we're here, okay? So today's story, and it is couch, which means it comes from this particular text. And the text that it comes from is Exodus 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. And this text means God doesn't want you to put anything else more important than Him. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So once you understand that, then it makes it easier for you to understand this story. Excuse me. And this story is titled Church and the Cell Phone.
Oh.
Church and the cell phone. And that means that the cell phone is not more important than God.
The church is more important for God.
That's correct. And the church are the people and our relationship with God. Hands down. Everybody has a lot to say, but I want you to tell me everything that you have to say after the story, okay? Okay, so church and the cell phone. I want you to excuse me because I have a little frog in my throat.
What?
That's not a real frog. It just means that my throat is a little, okay? And that's because it's so cold outside.
So our class has
Yeah, but I just want you to now refocus back to, oh dear, refocus back to the story. So church and the cell phone. Once upon a time, Robert and Ruth had a wonderful time in Sabbath school. Robert said to Ruth, Daddy said we need to find Mom and sit next to her in church after Sabbath school class. Ruth said, yes, I know. Robert looked like his sister Ruth. And Ruth looked like her brother Robert. And they were twins. Benjamin ran up to Robert and Ruth after Sabbath school and said, Robert, I have a new phone. It's so cool.
What?
I can do all kinds of cool things with my phone. Robert opened his eyes wide. Benjamin's phone really did look cool. Benjamin said, I'd like to sit next to you in church. Robert said, okay. Ruth sat next to her mom in church. Benjamin sat next to Robert, who was sitting next to his dad in church. And the praise team was singing Dad's favorite song, when suddenly Robert felt Benjamin tapping him on his leg. Benjamin had his phone on during the church service. Oh, yes, it shouldn't happen, but Benjamin did. It should not happen. It wasn't very nice of Benjamin to do that, but Benjamin had his phone open and his phone on. And he wasn't reading a scripture, and he wasn't trying to find the hymnal. Mother reached over and she tapped Benjamin on the shoulder. Mother said, Benjamin, that looks like I'll get it. Oh, thank you so much for getting it. Thank you so much. 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 Mother said, Benjamin, that looks like a really nice movie about kangaroos. Have you seen a kangaroo before?
Oh, I've seen the kangaroo.
Yeah, kangaroo. And you can find kangaroos at the zoo, but kangaroos live in Australia. So you see that picture of the kangaroo right there.
I see the deer dead on the road.
Yeah, that you can see that too. So, oh dear, that's not good. So Mother said, after the church service, Benjamin, Robert and Ruth can watch the movie with you because it has to do with creation. But we do not watch video movies during church service. No, we don't. Well, Robert was happy that his mother redirected their behavior. That means Robert was happy that mother put a stop to Benjamin using his cell phone during the church service. Because Robert, he really didn't want to look at Benjamin's cell phone during the church service. He didn't. But he didn't know what to tell Benjamin because Benjamin was his friend. So Robert made a decision right then and there. Robert decided to pray to God and to ask God to help him. Eye contact. Somebody came in the room, and it's good to look at them, but then you look back. Because Robert wanted to make the right decision often, and he didn't want to do the wrong things. The end.
Can I tell you some questions?
I know.